Sci-fi or fantasy?
Oh, sci-fi.
Okay.
Skydiving or paragliding?
Skydiving.
Skydiving. Ooh.
Definitely.
I'm
Uh,
with you on that.
Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with that one real quick. Road trip or plane trip?
Oh, I can get down with a good
Okay.
road trip.
I was trying to check to see if you was gonna answer this one right. You should have said it don't matter what trip it is as long as it's with me.
Okay.
As long as it's with you, babe.
As long as it's with you.
There you go. Good job.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah. Okay.
Good job.
My turn.
Yes.
Snakes or sharks?
Sharks.
Sharks.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and just give me the sharks over the snakes.
Okay.
I can't stand a slithering evil snake.
You must have didn't watch that Shark Attack.
It didn't bother. I mean, scratch that. I saw the shark attack.
Damn.
I saw it. It didn't bother me as much as like seeing like a snake though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Yeah, but neither one is good. All right. The ocean or the mountains?
Ocean.
Ocean. Ooh.
Definitely ocean.
I agree.
You know I'm an ocean guy.
You're like an oceanographer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bagels or muffins?
I'm going to go with a nice muffin. Nice English muffin.
Okay.
I'm going to go with that.
I would say bagels.
Really?
Yeah.
You go with bagels?
Yeah, over muffin.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
All right. TV shows or movies?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Gosh. Now that's a hard one.
I know. That's why I wanted to ask you that.
TV shows.
You going to go with TV shows?
Yeah, I could do a good TV show if I could find a good one. But we've been watching some good ones lately, so I'm starting to have a change of heart.
We have. We watched
with the TV series.
We watched a lot of good ones.
Yeah. Okay.
Currently watching some good ones right now, too.
Leather or denim?
I'm going to go with denim.
I was going to say.
It's Texas.
I
it's
totally
hot.
can't see you being a leather guy.
No, it's Texas and it's hot.
Okay.
Give me all the denim. All right. Would you rather have new clothes or new phone?
New clothes.
I knew that. I could have answered that one for you. You want the clothes
New
all day
clothes.
long. Yeah.
Okay.
You love a nice new outfit.
Slacker or overachiever?
Overachiever.
You think you're an overachiever?
I'd rather take the overachiever than be a slacker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You fit more in the overachiever category?
In what category?
Is that what you think?
I'm just saying I would like to be an overachiever. I would like to think that I could overachieve. I think I did more overachieving later on in life.
Okay.
All right. Now. Ooh, leader or follower? I know this one like all day long. Like, come on.
It depends. You know, like if we going into a haunted house, I'm definitely not gonna be the damn leader. I'm not gonna be the first one to go in.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the one to go in first. I'm not gonna. Don't have me lead the way, because we all gonna die.
Right. No. I think this pertains more to just like your personality. Like what would you be more comfortable with being and doing?
Oh, leading.
Leading.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think so too.
My turn.
Uh-oh. I see you looking. You're thinking.
Yeah. Orange juice or apple juice?
Orange juice.
Really?
Ain't nothing like some good vitamin C in the morning
to
get your day going.
I would so go for apple.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because orange juice is so acidic.
It is. It is acidic, but I think it has a little bit more than what apple juice has.
I think so too, but you asked me which one, so I said apple.
You'll be more refreshed. You'll be more refreshed with that. Okay. All right.
Last one.
All right. This is the last one. And I know the answer to this one. Oh, sing or dance?
Oh, sing. Sing all day. Yeah, okay.
Hey, if y'all didn't know, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know. A lot of y'all have been sleeping under a rock. But Asia can sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to ask that one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Y'all tap in for that. Okay. Roller coaster or Ferris wheel?
Come on, give me that roller coaster. I'd rather have a thrill.
You definitely seem like a roller coaster guy.
Yeah, I need that thrill.
You've never
I need
shied
that
away
rush.
from being on a roller coaster.
I need that rush.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
The last roller coaster we went on, I showed you how big and bad I was. I had my hands up the entire time.
Yeah, but that one scream that you let out. I wish I had got that on camera, y'all. Okay, BJ was screaming, and he know that was him. He tried to play it off like it wasn't. That definitely
That was the little kid in front of us.
that was definitely your ass. Okay, I had to double check. I'm like, wait, I know that wasn't me.
It kind of squeaked a little bit.
Not to mention, I think that was on the Harry Potter ride.
Yeah. It might have been on the Harry Potter ride, or it was the Velocicoaster. I don't remember which one it was.
Probably the Velocicoaster.
Yeah, but see, I saw you at the corner of my eye when we was on the roller coaster. You tried to put your hands up, and you were like halfway up. You said, you said,
no. Okay, yeah. Let me hold on to these rails, okay.
Just in case you come up out that seat.
I'm just saying.
Just in case you just slide right on up out of there.
Because we was flipping and swipping and whipping and everything else under the sun.
Yeah, but like I said, I gotta have a thrill. I gotta have a thrill.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
I'm with that. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Y'all, let's go. Let's go ahead and get this in.
What's good, y'all? I'm your host, Asia.
What's up? It's your boy BJ, and y'all, welcome to Extra Script. We are in the building. We are in the place to be. Y'all are in the place to be.
Yeah, y'all.
Appreciate y'all for pulling up.
Yeah, and thank y'all so much for, we've only posted 2 episodes, babe, but y'all been giving us some really good feedback, some good commentary.
I'm loving the comments.
Y'all been participating in all my little crazy little messages on the community.
Everybody
and stuff.
chiming in,
yeah,
letting us know how they feel about some of the stuff that we're talking about. We just want to touch on things that's real, things that everybody can kind of take something from.
How do you feel so far, being that this is episode number 3?
This is our 3rd one. I'm feeling good. I'm just feeling like we got so much that we could talk about.
Yeah.
It's so many things, so many different topics,
I agree.
It's a lot of things that we got to get off our chest. There's a lot of things that you guys don't know about us.
How's it been going, being that this is third episode? How is it so far? Is it nerve-wracking, like doing it now?
No,
we just sitting here talking.
No, I think it's going better than we expected that it was going to be going.
I think so too.
Just because, like I said, a lot of people don't know that behind the scenes, behind the closed doors, we more conversationalists than people probably see us, on our YouTube channels.
Yeah.
As far as like the reactions and stuff, and I think people kind of see that we are more of like chatty patties a little bit.
Yeah, y'all know we be talking. Okay, y'all know we be talking. It is what it is.
So I feel like this is the perfect place for us to get our rocks off.
Yeah.
Until they pop off.
Wait.
As far as conversational goes.
Okay.
Hey, we're gonna get it in either way it go.
Okay, y'all. So shout out to the community. Shout out to the fam, y'all. Y'all been participating in some of the community questions that I've been putting up, just to kind of, break it a little bit and start this out before we get into all of our juiciness. Okay, y'all, I got a juicy confession today. Okay. Oh, babe. Okay. This one gonna send you over the top. I already know. You didn't even get a chance to see it. So this one, actually, I picked it out, y'all. And thank y'all so much. If y'all want to send us y'all's confessions and get advice and all that kind of stuff, y'all can go to our website at www.AsiaandBJ.com. Tap in, send us your confession or whatever it is you would like to tell us, or if you need advice, or if you want to get unbiased opinions, that is the place to go. Okay.
Absolutely. Come on now. Don't be scared.
I asked the community. Shout out to the fam, y'all. We got almost 5,000 votes on this too. 5,000 votes. Almost. It's 4.8. Being correct.
Hey, go ahead and round that on up. Round that on up for me.
So if you were at a friend or relative's house and you find a piece of hair in your salad, what would you do?
Me, and I think you know me, but naturally I feel like majority of the time it hasn't been too many instances, but for me, I'm just gonna like slide it on out while nobody's seeing. Just get that piece of hair right on up out my food. And just keep on eating, and just carry on about my normal business.
Ew!
That's what I'm gonna do.
So if you
Is
at your
that
friend's house,
is that guyish? Is that too
that
dudeish?
is. I think it's just personal preference, to be honest with you.
Is that a
But
little roguish?
it is a little bit. That's a little much because as soon as I see some hair, I'm grossed out.
Really?
Yeah, I'm grossed out.
It's and I kind of believe that too, because there's been a few instances like that we've been out at a restaurant, and when was it? Was it I was about to put them on blast. Was it the time when we went and we were sitting at the bar and they brought out our food and I had hair in it? It was the mashed potatoes, wasn't it?
A big long ass piece.
And the
of
mashed
hair.
potatoes, that's right, they sure did.
Oh my gosh.
And you pointed out, you was like, "No, babe, you was not finna eat that. They need to send that back. Send it back."
Yes, it was so long.
It was long. It was.
Look,
And
I'm
then
gonna
the
just
mashed
tell y'all,
potatoes.
it takes one time for you to get like one good carpet hair in your throat, and you are done for life. Okay, you will never allow that to happen ever again. Okay, because
See, that's never happened to me though.
no, you've never ate your food and you're eating and you swallow it and then you can feel a piece of hair in your mouth, and when you go to get the hair, you pull the hair and it's coming back up out of your throat. Like that's
like
never
it went
happened.
that far down.
Yes, like you swallowed half of it, another half of it is still sticking out in your throat, and you can feel it. So you get it, and then it's halfway down your throat. Like
I could feel that. I could feel that. Just the way that would feel. Like I can see that.
I feel like that just grosses me out.
It never happened to me personally, but I can see how that could really, really gross you out and be a complete turnoff as far as like finding hair in your food.
Oh my god!
I think the closest I've came to that was just eating something and it just be in my mouth and I'm like pulling it out and it's like,
ew. That does not.
this long ass hair in my mouth.
And you just pull it to the side and you just keep on eating.
I got to admit, I kept on eating.
Okay.
I did. I kept on eating.
Okay. All right. So let me tell you what the community said. Let me give you what our peeps be like, okay?
All right.
I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all be like, okay?
Let's see the percentages.
So 55% said take it out and keep eating. So more than half of the people that voted said I'm just gonna keep it, just take it out and I'm gonna keep on going.
Okay.
25% said play it off and eventually throw the whole plate away. Just throw it away. Everything. I don't want none of it.
Ooh. Okay.
So eventually you're gonna sit there and just be like, I'm not really hungry after all.
You got a lot of people that ain't fooling with hair in their food. I know that for sure. I get it. I get it.
Okay. And 21% said I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna throw it away.
So they're gonna say something to the person that made the food.
Yeah, like say something and be like, okay, no, I don't want none of this. You got hair in the food, I don't want it.
Or say something to the restaurant person, the owner.
No, you at the friends or relatives' house now.
Oh, we still there. Okay,
yeah, you at the friends or relatives' house. So you gonna take it out, you gonna keep on eating, or you said you gonna move it to the side.
So you just gonna put them on blast, huh?
Yeah.
Just tell them about themselves.
Let me tell you what some of the people said though. This is let me read you these responses.
Let's get a more
okay?
let's get a little more context.
See how many people agreed or disagreed, okay? Okay, somebody said if it's friends or relatives, then it's no biggie to me. You take it out, laugh, and keep eating. If it's a stranger, then that's a totally different story.
I fully agree with that.
So if you don't even know where you at and you see a piece of hair in the food, you're not going to analyze the situation and be like, yeah, maybe, I mean,
I can think of an instance
it looked
already.
like a clean house, but I'm going to just.
She looked like she washed her hair at least twice a week, right? She shouldn't have too much dandruff, right?
I'm just ill, man.
But
man.
I can feel you on that because, like I said, we've had a lot of like potlucks and things of that nature, like at our job, with coworkers bringing food.
Yeah.
If it was a situation where like a coworker brought some food and they brought a dish and it was hair in there, I feel like I would be more inclined to say something in that setting.
Wait, you would eat food from like a coworker?
I probably would, but I'd be
I guess, I mean, let me not sound
very,
like
very
I've never
careful.
done it. I've done it. But
yeah, I have too, but it's almost like you be kind of weary a little bit before you eat it.
I think people are more now than ever than they have been before. Like,
as far as being weary about.
Yeah. Like, I feel like back in the day, it probably wasn't that big of a deal. But like now, everybody's so germaphobe and
Oh, after like the last couple of years,
Yeah, everybody
stuff
like,
that's been going on, wearing masks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. Somebody said it happens to all of us, no matter how careful we are. I would just discreetly remove it and not say anything. Even playful teasing can still hurt someone's feelings.
I can feel that. I see that.
Look, and then somebody said, once I find hair in my food, whether it's mine, my family, a friend, or someone else's, I'm done. I can't do it. It's so disgusting.
I think, I'm be honest, I feel like you fall along in that category.
What?
As far as
just
like,
forget it?
Yeah, just forget the whole, I'm not going to eat it no more. I'm going to start back from square one. Let me get a whole nother plate. Let me get back up and throw this away.
Yeah.
Get a whole nother plate and start over.
Yeah.
I feel like for you it's a little more serious, just because like we've been out eating somewhere and I'm just like, babe, maybe I'm not eating here no more.
I'm not eating that. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say.
They need to wear fishnets and stuff back there. I'm like, maybe they had a fishnet. People do have sometimes just got a lot of hair on their head.
I don't care.
Maybe one piece just kind of slid through there.
I want a new plate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Period. Okay. Personally, I think you should joke about it. Everyone can have a laugh and minimize the awkwardness. Otherwise, you'll feel bad, angry, and the host will feel terrible if they find out about it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Somebody hosting an event at their house, like you said, family, close friends. They will probably kind of feel some kind of way, unless you got relatives like I got relatives where they find some hair in there. They just be like, "Baby, there ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just her.
Just take that out and keep on
Just take it out
going.
and keep on eating.
You eat that food. That's good food. Okay.
Don't waste that. Don't waste it now. Just take the hair out, but just keep on eating.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay.
That's what I feel like.
This is such a funny question because I always say that I could never commit crime in my apartment. My hair is everywhere. Literally enough for someone else. This presents a problem with me being in the kitchen because no matter how hard I try, my DNA is going to be in the dish. Okay? Like, period.
So
I got hair for days, basically, is what you were just saying. Like, I can't help it.
It just is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
I can see that. I got you. Same way like you too sometimes. We find a lot of your hair all over the place too sometimes, a lot of times.
Okay, well, this is not about me.
Hey, I'm just saying.
It's not about me.
I'm just saying you kind of similar. You fall in that category.
Okay, well, I'll be finding your hair too.
No, you don't be finding my hair.
All around, all your little
No,
beard hairs and everything that you be shaving and everything. I be finding them.
Cause it's been a couple of times where we was eating at the table and I was like, babe, this is your hair, right? You the only one in the house got long hair.
Whatever.
Long hair don't care.
Shut up. Whatever. Okay.
It's okay.
It's just hair. It's not poisonous. You won't die. You might lose your appetite. I would scoop up the part of the food the hair was in and slide it towards the end of the plate and try to keep on eating. Eat the damn food and move on.
Literally is basically what they're saying. That's what they're trying to tell you.
Right.
They're talking directly to you, Asia.
Okay. This is the last one. I wouldn't tell them. I would not announce it. It is bad manners and inappropriate to bring any mistakes, faults, or unforeseen, unappetizing mishaps to the attention of the person who invited you with the intentions of showing favor, kindness, appreciation, and respect for you. Not even in private should anyone embarrass, humiliate, call out, bring to everyone's attention, announce, or exclaim, regardless of the level of horror, repulsion, or disgust.
Ooh, they were thorough with that one right there.
What a great response.
They were thorough with that, too.
I feel like, you real educated and stuff with your words and stuff. Your choice of words, I appreciate
words
that.
was like,
right?
Perfect, right on point.
Excellent, well said.
Yeah, I feel like that, too. Like,
but some people wouldn't say anything, though. Like, legit wouldn't say anything just for that exact reason. I feel like, if somebody... Like if your folks and them came over here to eat, and I had hair in the food, and your mom said, "Oh, I just swallowed a piece of hair," I'm gonna be like, "Damn,"
because it probably was your hair.
I'm like, I'm gonna feel bad. You know what I mean? Like they probably don't even want to come over here and eat no more for real. You know what I mean?
And just the fact that she said something about finding hair,
Yeah.
not even really like putting you on blast, but just, oh my God, I found some hair.
Yeah.
You would feel kind of bad. And then just think about, when we went to our family reunion on the 4th of July,
Yeah.
just like with all that food that was in the kitchen,
Yeah.
like if I made a plate and there was hair in there, like I wouldn't have said anything to nobody.
I wouldn't have said nothing either. I wouldn't. I feel like it depends on like where you are, what kind of setting you in. Like if you at a friend's house, like casually eating, and you just, you being real casual with your friend, be like, "Girl, it's a piece of hair in here." You might move it, and you just gonna keep on eating, but you might say something, but I don't feel like you gonna mean it like, ugh, more so just like, oh my gosh, that was a piece of hair.
Yeah, but still, it ain't no way around it. Just by bringing it up, somebody gonna kind of feel a little way about it, just because they probably tried to make something really good and they found hair in it,
Yeah.
And then them not knowing if you are really like turned on or turned off by the hair being in there too.
Yeah. Oh,
so
okay.
You wouldn't really know.
This was about to turn you off right here. Yeah, no, I'm not eating that. We all have our little quirks, and one of mine is hair in food, and it goes back to a distinct memory of me eating something. I want to say a calzone, and I was in the middle of swallowing a bite, and I felt a hair in my mouth, and it was a long one. I reached to grab it and pull it out, and I felt it already halfway down my throat.
You just said something about that. You literally just said something about that.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm like, I feel like you will be messed up for life. It says, as I pulled it out, I felt it coming up the back of my throat, and everything went in reverse. So, yeah. No hair for me. Thanks.
There go the comment. That's the comment that broke the bank right there. There you go.
Oh my God. Okay. But yeah, so long story short, the majority said, just for references, if anybody ever brings that up, out of almost 5,000 people, 55% of them said, I'm just gonna just move it and keep on going. And 25% of them said, like, I'm not gonna really say anything. I'm gonna play it off and throw it away.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So it's about half and half. If really you add it up, 50% said they're not gonna eat it. And the other half said, I'm gonna move it to the side and keep it moving. Yeah. But this to put into context, y'all, I just thought I had some really good responses. So appreciate y'all for tapping in, okay? And yeah, y'all, let's move on to the next thing.
That's something that we need to know about people.
That was funny.
That was good.
Yeah.
Especially those comments.
Yeah.
All right, let's touch on something that's kind of like been going on in the news too. Something that's kind of like frequently that everybody kind of been talking about.
Okay.
Things that's just been trending a little bit. I know last week we were kind of just talking about like different news articles. Now, we do movies, and we've been doing reactions to movies for like a year. And there's a movie. It's called The Blind Side.
Yeah.
And this movie it's about Michael Orr.
Yeah, I've heard his name before.
He's an offensive lineman.
Oh, does he play still?
No, he doesn't play anymore. He retired. But you remember the movie Blind Side with Sandra Bullock?
We didn't watch that.
We didn't watch it, but someone brought it up, and I'm sure you've seen like the title of it, like somewhere.
Well, recently, I feel like I've been seeing his name on the Twitter feed a lot, but I haven't really indulged in the story. So enlighten me, please.
Got you. But no, it's about Michael Orr and the fact that he was adopted when he was 18. And basically...
he was adopted when he was 18?
Right around the time that he was 18. Yeah, he literally was like homeless.
Well, how do you get adopted at 18?
And his family took him in.
Wait. They didn't adopt him.
Well, in the paperwork and what they were telling him is that they were saying that they were going to adopt him. But Michael Orr is saying that in the paperwork, it really was him signing like a conservatorship. So in actuality, no, it wasn't like paperwork that they were adopting him. It was really a conservatorship. So with him signing that, now the headline is saying that like Michael Orr, he's saying that all of that was a lie. Back when he said that he was adopted by them.
The conservatorship is a lie?
The fact that they adopted him, because he actually said that he was adopted like early on, even like in interviews.
So what is the movie about?
The movie is about his life. About his hard upbringing, him being adopted by two people.
Yeah.
and pretty much been brought into their family, and the fact that they lied about the paperwork and adopting him, and then they actually, they did a movie and everything behind him. He actually went to their alma mater, which is Ole Miss.
Yeah.
He went to their alma mater college and played football, and then got signed to the NFL, and then they made a movie behind him about his life where they made millions of dollars, and he was cut out of any of the proceeds of the money.
Shoot. Wait. So the movie that they made was about him.
With Sandra Bullock, yeah. And I heard about that movie a long time ago.
But he thought he was adopted, and instead he was signing a conservatorship.
Early on, they basically told him that they were going to adopt him, and he was cool with, okay, you're going to adopt me, cool. But the paperwork that he signed wasn't like adoption paperwork.
But I guess how do you adopt somebody that's 18?
Either he was almost 18 or going on 18.
Like, so he was a minor.
He still was a minor, yeah. But he was getting close to coming up on 18, and they were like, we want to adopt you. We want you into our family, all of that. So he signed the paperwork, but actually it was like a conservatorship, just like, Britney Spears and her dad.
Wait, but that's so he just now finding out about that?
Yeah. Literally, yeah, literally.
Oh, you got me all kinds of fucked up. When I tell you I would have your ass in court so damn fast behind some shit like that.
And the topic and the first part of this,
of course
topic,
they want a conservatorship. We want to adopt you before you become famous. He must have been really good in high school then.
He was very good in high school.
Okay, so
very, very good.
Yeah, let's adopt him.
And
there go the money train.
And this is from NBC News. Former NFL star Michael Oher, the subject of the book and movie The Blind Side, alleges that the couple who took him in as a teenager misled him into believing they were adopting him, and that they instead placed him in a conservatorship, according to a court filing on Monday. So it was a lie. So yeah, so they did a book and a movie.
And he didn't get any proceeds about like anything.
Any of the money that they made off of that. It went to their family and their biological children.
Wow.
I literally was like floored because I remember Michael Oher. Like, my sister went to an NFL game.
How is he just now finding out about that? How did he find out? Like, surely though, when he got into the NFL, how long has he been in the NFL?
He retired like 2016, 2018.
And how long did he play?
He played about a good 10 years.
So who was getting his money?
Them. The conservative people that has a conservatorship.
While he was playing in the league?
No, just the money, all the proceeds that came from The Blind Side.
From the movie and the book.
The movie and the book, yeah.
Absolutely not.
And I know it's a lot of people that know about this story.
Foul as fuck.
And I know it's a lot of people out there that have actually seen this movie or even read the book.
Wow.
Because it's such an inspirational story, but to find out that it all was just like a lie.
Well, now I feel like I don't even want to watch it. I'm not supporting somebody who's getting the who getting the proceeds now?
Who gonna get the proceeds when I watch it?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he was getting like his contract money and things of that nature from the NFL, but I just thought that this was interesting because even back then when I saw this and I saw the movie, I was kind of inspired by the story, and I was like, man, way to go, good for them.
Like, the one time you think that, they obviously, and it's crazy that it's a movie. The one time you think that somebody's actually doing something good for you and they really fucking your life up and stealing, like straight up stealing from you. Like, I bet you all along they knew what they was gonna be doing. Like,
they knew what it would give them power over and give them the ability to do.
Let me see this family. What they look like? What kind of family is this? Where they do that at?
The crazy part about it, like I said, they actually had him go to their alma mater of Ole Miss and had him go all through there, and I was just like, wow.
Got this man humiliating him to no end. That's like, I wouldn't even say it's embarrassing because he didn't know, and you can't blame him because he didn't know. Like, he was a kid.
Oh, and then it also says the Tuohys. I'm not sure how to pronounce their last name. It's Tuohys. They negotiated a deal with 20th Century Fox that left Oher without any payment for the rights to his name, likeness, and life story, while the family received a contract price of $225,000 and 2.5% of the film's net proceeds. The petition states the film has grossed over $300 million. The petition says a $200,000 donation was also made to Leanne's charitable foundation as well.
So of the money that they took of his money, they gave their money to themselves too.
Mm-hmm. And they had a charitable like charity, things of that nature too.
So is he going to take them to court?
That's what they're doing right now. Yep.
Okay, well, is he gonna get all his money back that they took from him? Like, cause this obviously is just a whole lie. Like, are they gonna make them pay? Can they make him pay that back?
Yeah, and that's what it says in the lawsuit. That one, he wants them to dissolve the conservatorship, and then he also wants what's due to him as well. So we're gonna kind of see where this story goes.
Wow.
I just thought that this was like kind of shocking to see, because a lot of people got really, really inspired from this book, from the movie, and just from his life story.
Yeah.
And then to kind of see that it was all a lie and that it was a lot of funny business going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy and weird to see that it actually turned out to be exactly what this is right now.
Yeah.
As far as what we're hearing right now.
Man.
How would you feel though? I would feel betrayed.
Very backstabbed, betrayed.
Because think about being like a
humiliated,
16,
like I said, it's humiliation.
being a 16, 17-year-old prospect going into college that could potentially go to the NFL, and then someone have you sign like paperwork where they pretty much can control your life. You know?
I feel like I would be so angry. I would have anger issues for the rest of my entire life.
Yeah, and trust issues too.
Yeah.
Somebody that you put your trust in.
Like all of your trust, obviously. Clearly he trusted these people and that they were making the right decisions and doing the right things on his behalf. Whole time, they trying to put together a plan on how we can make money off of.
How you can capitalize on it.
You about to be our trip to the bank. Like, we don't have to work no more or anything after this.
Even like I said, even him going to the college that they came from, like it's almost like it was a plan from the start. So yeah, I mean, definitely, man. I just need to hear like some comments from other people's perspective that know about this story, that have heard about it, that followed it from the very beginning, and just how they feel about like hearing this in the news, because it's kind of sad. It's really sad.
It's very sad. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Dang. Now he got to break ties with the entire family over there.
Yeah, and then just think about like somewhat of like the public humility, the public humiliation that you probably have, like that you're gonna feel behind this story, because like I know even my sister, she went to an NFL game and she even took a picture with him and was like, "Look, this is the guy from Blindside."
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm just like, like just think of the public humiliation behind it though that you're gonna feel now, knowing that you kind of was duped, pretty much.
Yeah, basically, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but I thought that was an interesting thing. I was blindsided by this news article, so yeah, I just had to bring that up and bring some light on that too.
Interesting. I want to follow up on that story because now I want to know who he is, but I don't want to watch the movie because I don't know who's gonna get it. I'm not supporting.
You don't know who's gonna get your stream?
I'm not. Yeah.
You don't know who's gonna get the proceeds from your one stream?
Yeah. You ain't gonna get no support from me. Okay. You out there doing all this dirty work. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Allegedly, yeah, for sure.
Allegedly. Okay. Let's use that word.
Yeah. Come on now.
Use that word. Okay. Okay.
Right,
so
go ahead and jump into these questions.
Let's jump into the Juicy Anonymous. Oh wait, no, it says Juicy Juice Anonymous. This was a confession, y'all. Somebody sent this in to us and wanted to get our advice. So
they said Juicy Juice Anonymous.
That's the name they put.
Ooh.
Juicy Juice Anonymous.
Okay.
Give me some juicy juice. You ready for some juicy juice?
Yeah, I've been ready for this since we started tonight.
Okay.
I definitely want to get into this one and hear it.
Oh, y'all. Okay. I'm excited.
You think we should? Yeah, I think we should. I think we should fire the room up.
Let's turn the red room up.
Let's fire it up.
Yeah. So, are you ready to get into this juicy confession?
Oh, it's already feeling hot in this room already. Just
Look
by
how
seeing the
steamy
lights,
it is.
it's just I can almost feel the heat.
Let me get my red
resonating. I feel the heat resonating off the back of my neck right now. But yeah, I got to hear this one right here. This is one of our favorite subjects or one of our favorite segments of the podcast right here.
Yeah.
Okay. And they got and I like that. They said juicy juice.
Juicy Juice Anonymous.
Ooh,
okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Hi, Asia and BJ. I've been wanting to know forever about this issue, but I sincerely am afraid what my family might think of me if I even brought it up. I've been dating my fiance for 3 years now, and she has a 5-year-old son. We got engaged just 3 months ago. I have voluntarily stepped in to play the father role, and I have gone the extent of going to the football games, helping raise him, taking him to doctor's appointment, dropping him off at school in the morning, watch him when I can help, if she needs me, etc.
Big kudos for that.
Right? I call him my son, but he also calls me dad. At this point, I pride myself the responsibility role of filling dad shoes, even though I have no biological children. Here's where the problem comes in. About 2 months ago, I ran into a very old friend at a gas station. Let's call him JC. I didn't pay him that much attention, but after a harmless chit-chat, we exchanged numbers. It's been at least 15 years since seeing him in high school at this point, but about 2 weeks ago, he reached out to say hi. He asked me to dinner, and we ended up going to dinner. I wasn't concerned about hanging out with him at all, but as the night went on, maybe because of the drinks we were having, it felt like he was flirting but still being friendly.
Oh, shit. Yo, keep going, please.
Wait.
Keep going, please.
Babe. He asked me back to his house for a nightcap. I didn't think much of it because me personally know that I'm not into men. In any event, he'd try to come on to me. I hesitated to answer him, but eventually said yes. Once we got there, we continued to joke, laugh, carry on as we were at his place. We continued to talk about old things and good times we had hanging out back in our younger years. The night continued to go late, and I figured I'd start gathering the few things I had brought in once we got here, my water bottle, my chapstick, and my car keys. I then proceed to leave to walk out the front door. He tells me he'll walk me out, but right before I turn to leave, he grabs my head, and we exchanged a very intimate kiss.
Oh, man. This is where it gets juicy.
Oh, I'll have to add how his hand had stumbled across my private area and it made my insides go wild. Almost like he activated some crazy odd fantasy I had because at the moment I sincerely felt aroused and ready to take it further, but I couldn't. Everything felt so perfect, I forgot completely that I was even kissing a man. But I was about to go home to my fiance. I was literally standing at full attention. The hard part is admitting I somewhat liked the kiss, but I feel very confused and embarrassed that I never thought of myself being interested in men, and especially after meeting my fiance. I can't stop fighting the feeling of that, but I'll be honest. I kind of want more, but I'm so attached to my fiance's kid, and most of all, my fiance. I hurried to my car and sat there for about 10 minutes fighting myself on if I wanted to go back into JC's house and see how much further that situation would have taken me, fantasizing and wondering about what just happened before driving off. I'm so confused more than ever. I never considered myself bisexual, but after that night, I had so many questions about my own sexuality. Should I move forward with what I know my family would openly accept a fiance and her amazing son, or should I pursue my perplexed curiosity urge of sexually being aroused and fulfilled by another man? Please help. Side note, please note, my fiance and I have kind of been in a bad place lately, but I do know I love her. Signed, Anonymous.
Damn, Houston, we got a problem.
Whew. Tell me that's not...
That's
not juicy.
That sounds like you got a conflict of interest with that right there. It seemed like it just completely shifted from I'm taking care of the kid, helping her with the son. He calls me dad. And then it just shifted all of a sudden. As soon as you said he asked me out to go to dinner, I was...
Okay, the first part, number
one. A light
one.
bulb went off in my head. I was like, please don't tell me you about to go down this road. I'm talking about ease on down the road. You went out... Golly.
Okay, well, my first thing was like, there's a child involved. Like, you are supposed to have a fiance. You put a ring on this girl's finger, and you out here kissing men. Okay, number one. Secondly, why would you put yourself in that position or that situation in order for something like that to happen? We were just talking about that the other day, about putting yourself in like a position where like the vulnerability of something actually happening in a situation like that. You just shouldn't put yourself in that situation.
You shouldn't even be there. But think about it like this: like it's okay. Like,
but they were drinking, they were having a good time.
Like, okay, you know, I haven't seen you. You know, we kicked it back in the day, childhood friend. We just want to catch up, have dinner. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
I see that. But then it started going to like, now we drinking a little bit, and when he said something about going back to a nightcap, I got confused.
Like, wait,
that confused me.
Part threw me off too.
Yeah, no.
Wait a minute. I mean, because he sounds like he's relatively young. Maybe he
15 years
after high school.
18, 30,
so 33.
33.
Okay, no.
No, you're a grown ass man at this point.
You're real grown.
Yeah, you're grown.
Okay, so
my thing is, like, it already sounds like you're conflicted with your sexuality. Like
that's probably the biggest thing of all.
Like, you need to identify, are you bisexual or not? Because it sounds like he bisexual. If he got aroused and he was like,
but he said that he doesn't consider himself to be like that. Like,
no. He might not consider. I'm just saying.
But he's like he's didn't he say that he's never considered himself to be bisexual. Like, he thought that, like, if by him going out, like, you know, I wasn't really bothered by him asking for me to come back to his house because
I can see that. I see that
because he's a friend, like we old school friends. But I feel like he was picking up on the vibes at the table, though.
And maybe he just worded it nightcap. Maybe that's not how he introduced and proposed to come back to his place to drink.
That's the other thing. If the nightcap, I feel like I would ask a dude, "Do you want to come back to my house for a nightcap?"
Yeah, that sounds like we're gonna drink and somebody's gonna be slipping a condom on or something. By the end of the night.
Ain't nobody ever talked to me and referred to anything coming back to the crib as a nightcap, okay?
Right.
We going back to the house and just going down. Like,
nightcap sound like we finna like get down, like it's gonna end in the bed, on the couch, the floor somewhere. But
my thing is, if you go to a bar and you end up at somebody's house, what you think is gonna happen? Like, y'all could have sat at the table and continued to carry on. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it seemed like that moved a little fast from like going out to just eat and just hang out and talking to it going all the way to, like you said, a nightcap and going to somebody's place. But I feel like he needs to figure out what his sexual preference is. I'm not saying he need to
what it is that he's really into.
I'm not saying that he need to explore it, but he need to really figure that out, because like you got a whole fiance and a child potentially.
Do you think that it's possible? Like, maybe he already was like into men and he's really like is this
difficult
what the
to say.
Download part of it is like, really is like, maybe you really had a curiosity to explore that like early on, but like, because he said that, should I go with what my family would openly accept or should I go with, you know, like just trying to go and explore what that curiosity
feeling,
is,
right.
Like what I was feeling in that moment. Because if I felt something and you got a little rush from that, I feel like, you know, you might want to explore and see more, like where this is going to go, like what will happen, you know, so to speak. Like, I'm
not even saying that. He just need to make up his mind. He need to make a quick executive decision to see, like, you know, you done been with your fiance and now this childhood friend and came into your life.
Yeah.
And he touched you and you went and you start standing at attention. Like, for me, I'm just saying from a man, from a really, really straight man perspective, like, there's no way a man could like I said, I could have went out with a childhood friend and we could have went and chilled at his crib and just hung out and drunk. But for me to get up and then him to walk up behind me and to touch me like that, like if you're a straight guy, you're not going to get aroused by that. You really gonna get offended. So the fact that he start feeling the way that he feeling about that, and he liked it and he wants to explore it, that urge has been deep down inside. It's been festering in his soul, and his friend just kind of resurrected it and brought it out of him. Because, bro, you got to figure that out, because I can't get jiggy with that.
Oh, man.
I can't get jiggy with that. I can't get jiggy with that sheep. I'm just saying, from a dude, and you got a fiance.
Yeah, well, that's my thing. Like, number one, the major part of it is that you've actively involved yourself with a whole child, okay? Mm-hmm. And not only that, but also the fiance. So you are breaking two hearts, okay? Ooh. Right, automatically. Not to mention, like, I don't know if that's something that you've ever even discussed or brought up, or maybe that curiosity has been something that has piqued your interest before and you just kind of ignored it.
Yeah.
But you do need to make a decision. You either need to go and explore that, or you need to figure out what you're going to do at home, because trying to do that at home and then, you know, live and maintain that lifestyle and be the dad and the husband and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, I feel like you're very conflicted, and I don't know if marriage is what you really need right now. Like,
that's big
at this moment.
Yeah, that's big.
Until you figure out where your curiosity is really, really going to take you, and where your mind and your heart is. Like, can you be in love with somebody, like a fake relationship with somebody, and then be in love with them, and really, because all along you want something else? Even if that doesn't mean you want another same-sex partner, but like, even if it was another girl, like, I'm just gonna stay here because my family want me to be with her, so I'm gonna be here. But I really don't.
My heart is
not really
pushing me in another direction.
Yeah, like, you know, I'd come here because I have to be, not because I want to be.
Yeah.
Type of situation. So are you there because you have to be, and you feel like you kind of are just stuck in that situation? Because if you have no strings attached, then you need to break yourself free right now and stop wasting time, because you're wasting her time. I'm just telling you, wasting her time.
Yeah.
And figure out what you got going on with yourself, like, for real, and be honest with yourself,
right,
and true to that person, and listen to those feelings. But I don't know, like, are you blocking out what other people might be thinking about your sexuality, if that is something that you were interested in wanting to pursue, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't know.
You think so?
No, I wouldn't think that. Me, I'm just thinking from the perspective, like you said, I don't think he's ready to get married, and he just needs to figure out exactly what he wants.
Well, maybe because
and if he wants to explore that, his sexuality, and start, and go to the other side and hang with men, then he needs to, like, break the news to her and tell her that, so she can kind of figure out what she want to do.
Right.
I
agree.
Yeah, but like I said, if he feel like it's not a big deal, and he feel like that's something that he can kind of push to the side and kind of just, no, I'm not even finna explore that curiosity. I'm finna just stick with her. I'm finna be a straight male. He need to make that decision right now.
Yeah.
And move right along. And if that's what he want to do, I don't think he has to say anything to his fiance about it.
But he said 3 years. So how old is the child? Like,
it's probably young.
Football games, taking him to school. You
probably at least
you
10.
Basically.
He's been, but the thing about it is that he's been in his child's life for 3 years.
Right. That's what I'm like.
Let me ask you this question.
I need all the details.
Let me ask you this question, just from a woman's perspective, just to take it even further. Like, when me and you met, you already had your son. You already had your son. He was what, like, about a month or 2 years, about a month or so
old.
1 or 2 months old.
Yeah. All the more reason why I wasn't interested.
Yeah. So he was like 2 months old when Asia and I met.
Yeah.
So think of it from this perspective. We started dating for like 2, 3, 4 years go by, and we living together, and we really, really trying to take this to the next level.
Yeah.
And then I come out and tell you that Same scenario. I met a childhood friend. I met a dude, and and when he touched my penis, I felt electric. I felt electricity. I liked it. I want to explore. Like, how would that make you feel if I told you that? I feel like I might be bisexual after like 3 or 4 years.
I'm gonna be very, very hurt. I'm gonna be very upset. I'd be devastated, though, to be quite honest with you, because I feel like obviously I've poured my heart and soul into this relationship, and the time and effort, and I mean, because relationships aren't easy. They're not easy to maintain. They're not, they're not easy to make it last. Like, you got to put in work. They are work.
Yeah.
And so, for you to come and just tell me all together that you're interested in something completely different, like, and it's not even me, like,
it's not even you.
I would be curious. Like, I feel
and
like
I'm
I would
flipping
have
the script on you.
Yeah, but I feel like I would have so many questions. Like, how long have you felt like that? Like, when did that start? Like,
it started the first day I met you. No.
Was that something that you already were into? Were you already like, like, how much do you really love me? Like, I feel like I'd start having questions and thoughts.
Is there something that you really want to do? Are you really? Are you? The question is, are you bisexual? Do you really want a man?
I feel like that part of it really, like, ultimately, I wouldn't care. If that's what your preference is and what you like, then it is what it is. I can't do anything about that part. I would just be upset that you are just now coming to tell me something that
years later we're like, so invested.
Right. Like, I don't know. He didn't say if they live together, but he said he watches the child, whenever she needs him to. So I don't know what that situation means. Like, did you live there?
He's involved. It doesn't matter. He's involved.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you, like, everything about this is just bad.
Would you be crushed?
I would be. Absolutely. But I wouldn't be mad that he told. Like, I would be like, if you told me, I would respect you more than me finding out about something like that, because then I feel like I would
finding you cheating and then find out that it's a dude that you're cheating with.
Right, exactly.
And you trying to keep it a secret rather than he kind of coming forward and kind of like confessing to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with this question too, because it's such a burning question or a burning confession, I really wanted to kind of like chime in and bring you in on that and ask you that question and give you that same scenario, because that scenario kind of sounds the way that we started dating. As far as me coming into the picture, coming into your son's life early on. So I just wanted to like get your perspective from a female, how a female would probably think with him coming and actually telling her that.
I mean, I feel like it definitely would, depending on how old that child is. Like, I feel like because I would have to explain it to him or her. Like, I'd have to break that down and help them understand it. Like, especially having somebody so involved. Like, that's the part. Like, he's really involved. Like you said, invested. He is really into this. But like, the whole time it's like, was it ever really real? Like, I feel like I would be questioning that. Like,
yeah, you would.
Did you really even for real love me, or was I just like part of the whole hoax? Like, you just had this facade the whole time. You really not even into women for real. Like, I'm just here to protect that.
Yeah, based on his family and
that
stuff.
image of you.
Yeah.
From your family, while you really don't even have no feelings like that.
Yeah, it's a very, very dicey type of like situationship. Just for the simple fact that he may have had very, very serious feelings towards her, but at the end of the day, that's something that you really, really got to hurry and address. And address it with yourself.
You really need to hurry.
Address it with yourself, and then make a decision if you're going to move forward, either with your relationship with your fiance, or if you're going to break it off and just start kind of exploring this other lifestyle that you feel like, that you kind of feel compelled to possibly kind of like venture into and pique your curiosity.
Yeah.
This is a real good confessional, because I feel like people, this is like reality. Like a lot of.
Dang, that got me like thinking for real. I'm just thinking like, damn, I wonder what she would think or how she would react. Like, I mean, I guess because I've never been in that situation, I can't really tell you.
That's why I had to ask you that, because I think you would be confused.
I would be very
and blindsided.
Confused. I feel like
the Sandra Bullock.
I would have a flood of emotions.
Yeah.
Like just questions.
Confusion, probably upset,
confused.
anger.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
I mean, because us women, we get all emotionally and everything invested in stuff. So, we start we want to know things and understand it for what it is, but
Yeah. I hope whatever I hope everything that we discuss right here helps to some degree.
Yeah.
Just us giving our take on this. But that's a really, really good one. But I just hope that it ends in the best way possible where nobody's getting hurt.
Yeah, but definitely don't go do that again if you feel like you're going to be put in that situation. I would 1,000% recommend you break it off with her before you even go any further to think that that's something that you wanted to get into or explore. Don't do it while you still with her, because then that's just going to complicate things even worse, especially if y'all are already not in a good place. That's just going to make it worse, because then your confusion is just going to continue to push you away.
Oh, when he breaks the news, it's going to get complicated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So our anonymous person,
Juicy
if you get an opportunity to kind of follow us up with
the story,
with where it goes,
okay.
And we wish you the best. We hope that it works out too. We really hope it works out.
Please don't go see him again until you get that figured out, though. Okay, either don't go see her and him, the kid, or don't go see him.
Yeah, facts.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was.
I
hot.
like that. That was good.
That was hot.
Just for some. Oof. I couldn't imagine. But yeah, I couldn't imagine just going there and doing it, and then a dude doing it. Like, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't have a dude do that.
Like if I just accidentally bumped into you or something, like, oops.
Like you been a dude, and you supposed to be like the homie. Like we supposed to be like homies.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't see that.
Maybe he didn't think that because maybe the guy friend, maybe he was like a jock. He could have been very athletic into sports. Maybe, his mind was playing tricks on him. It was like, you felt like he was already flirting with you, though.
Right.
So he was
and you just hung around to see how far it would go. And he took it there with you.
So I feel like you wanted it to happen. You just wanted to see how far it was really gonna go. Yeah. Like you just was like, let me see.
And see exactly what this is gonna go.
Cause
I've never been in this situation before.
Let me see what happens.
Yeah.
If I just, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No. Please don't.
Y'all. Okay. Let's get into this Reddit.
Man.
Y'all tap in the comment section and, give Juicy Juice Anonymous some advice on what y'all think about that too. All right, y'all. So now we're about to get into our Reddit stories. Hopefully we don't run over too long, but.
You ready?
Yeah, let's get into it. That was just a warm up, huh? That just segmented us right on into this, huh?
Yeah, that was just a little appetizer.
We on this whole affair thing.
Uh-oh.
And this is exactly what I'll be talking about right here, okay? Okay.
Hold on, wait. What's that movement you was making?
I don't know.
Full thrust. What?
Me trying to tell you, okay, you need to listen to this, okay? I got something for you.
All right. Yo, everybody, let's get our ears.
As if, okay? So am I the asshole for exposing an affair because it was affecting my sleep? So I'll start with the understanding what I did wasn't exactly right, but I regret nothing. What the hell is TLDR? Too long, didn't read. Okay. I don't know what that means. Okay.
Everybody out there, too long.
We learning as we go.
Didn't read.
My upstairs neighbor's late night affair is affecting my sleep. So I found the wife online and messaged her. Problem solved. My upstairs. Oh
no,
wait. Let me read it. Okay. My upstairs neighbor has been having an affair with a married man for about 4 months now. I wouldn't care, but because it's an affair, he comes over at odd hours of the night and they have sex very loudly. I can hear a lot, and it wakes me up, prevents me from sleeping. How do I know it's an affair? He's never spent the night, and his car has a baby car seat in there. Some backstory. I've had issues with my upstairs neighbor prior to this. She would throw parties on Monday nights. She gets home at 2 a.m. from work, pacing her condo and having loud phone conversations. She's 40 years old, throwing parties with 20-year-olds and having affairs and living like a teenager. I tried to talk to her like a normal person about my concerns, but she doesn't care, and I've had to get the association involved to stop the parties. I hate her. So I decided to learn some more information about this mystery man. I looked up the license plate, found an address, searched the address, and found a name. Took the name and did some social media stalking and found the man and his wife's profile. I made a throwaway account, messaged the wife about the affair, and I haven't seen him now for a few weeks, and I'm sleeping really nicely.
Come on with it.
So she said, as an edit, since so many people are asking, I obtained the address via a website called InfoTracer.
InfoTracer? I've heard of that.
Let me get my shit off of there, okay?
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. InfoTracer.
What you think about that? I know, you know what this reminded me of, though?
What?
You don't know what I'm about to say?
Are you talking about back when we lived in an apartment and the guy and the guy lived above us? Huh?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. When I read this, it made me so mad because remember how we reacted to that situation? Yeah. Wait, were they upstairs or downstairs from us though? They were downstairs. We were upstairs. Yeah, because we were living on the 3rd floor. They were living on the 2nd floor. Remember?
We was on the 3rd story?
We were in Legacy. No, we weren't. We were in Estancia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was on the 3rd floor then.
Yeah.
And
they were on the 2nd
and we
floor.
had somebody below us.
Yeah, and the guy would come over there and we'd hear the bed hitting the wall and you'd hear all the moaning and the groaning and the humping and the stumping. And me and BJ would get so irritated. And the crazy part was we would hear it in the middle of the day. We would hear it like at nighttime.
You could damn near hear when she was climaxing.
Right. And I was like, bet I'm about to make all the fucking noise that I can make in this damn apartment. When I tell you.
I remember that. We was stomping and stomping.
We was stomping. We was throwing the basketball. We started.
Oh, yeah. we're bouncing the basketball.
Remember we had the radio
music up. Yeah. and then we laid the speakers down. Going down in a downward direction on the floor.
Yeah, so the bass,
we
turned it up as loud as it would go. Like, obviously, there was nobody above us.
Yeah.
But, like she did this all the time.
Yeah.
It was like this was a daily thing.
I just feel like, especially when you living in apartments, because we've had that same scenario where you literally are annoyed or you almost to the point where you hate your upstairs neighbor.
Literally.
Especially if they got kids, or if they just the type of people that want to be up all late at night and you trying to go to sleep, like she just like they're describing right here.
Yes.
In this story, it's like it's the worst.
She said, "I hate her."
So for the simple fact that she already had this disdain for her, she was out for her.
I feel like people do that though, like when they get like neighbors and they have, especially obviously in apartments and stuff. Oh, remember the duplex? Mm-hmm. Remember the duplex? The people
on
next
the other
door?
side, yeah.
Oh,
it was horrible.
Gosh. Y'all, I know like there's somebody out there that has like the absolute most annoying fucking neighbors. Mm-hmm. Okay, literally the most annoying.
They were annoying, and they had dogs
that you can possibly find. Remember, you came out of the duplex, like when you came out,
they had the pit bull,
and they had the pit, and you was like, what the fuck? And I look, y'all.
Because it was nighttime. It was dark,
and the dog was out. BJ, all I hear is all this. Yeah,
I'm like,
shit.
Wasn't
it 2 of them?
Yeah, they had 2 of them.
Yeah, BJ, all I hear is him, like, it was him jumping the gate, to jump on top of the gate to run from the dogs. But all I could hear was like all this bumping and slamming, and all I heard was. I'm talking about, y'all, we have had some of the worst neighbors. Mm-hmm. The worst neighbors, y'all.
So I can already see.
I feel like almost every experience we've had where we've been connected to somebody has been the worst. Like, I've never had like a pleasant apartment living situation.
Nah, not very many. Like, I can't think of any.
Peaceful wise in the household, yes. But in terms of like the neighbors,
either below you or above you,
us,
or next to you,
it's always been the worst. Like we couldn't get any of the worst neighbors in the neighborhood.
I know. It's like that bad.
It's like, put them next to AsiaandBJ. They ass getting on our nerves anyway.
So I can already see that she already got this vendetta already because I'm telling you, she was irked to no end, and she was gonna make sure that she did whatever she could do to be a life ruiner, and that's what she do. That's what she did. She ruined
people's lives.
She ruined this girl's life. She made sure that. No, but it almost sounded like that she was doing like her own PR work.
She ruins people's lives.
I feel like she was doing like some PR work because she done went and got the license plate.
Yeah,
she been watching out the window. She been taking names.
I feel like
taking notes.
People are not crazy though. They pick up on things that you wouldn't even think that they like
about your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Just like when somebody in the neighborhood selling drugs, you know it. You know it.
Yeah, you could just be one of the people that just be looking out the window here and there, and you be like, huh, why every day at 6 p.m. this car pull up?
Not only that, but multiple cars. Like, like that. It's like, what the deal is.
If you're one of the people that just be peeping game.
Right.
You kind of already know what's going on. And then for the simple fact that she bringing somebody over.
Yeah.
But she did a lot of police work. Like, she know that it's a baby seat in the car. She can almost like.
He comes over at odd hours of the nighttime.
She done memorized the license plate number. She know what kind of car he got. She probably know when he pay his car note.
Oh my gosh.
She might almost know where he live at. So she done went to this land. Yo, I know that people can do that stuff online, but she did her homework and she went to she went all the way out to make sure that she ruined this girl's life a little bit.
Yeah.
But
she's a life runner.
That's a get back.
She ruins people's lives.
That was the get back on that one right there too. Cause I mean,
I bet your ass won't come back over here no more.
How much time she got on her hand
to
do all of this?
2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet he won't come back now.
Yeah, cause but that's what I'm saying.
Would that be something you would do? Like if you had a chance to do something like that though?
No, I don't know. I don't have that much time on my hands.
Oh, I could be that salty though. I could so be that petty and do something like that. I never have.
Right.
But I feel like
but you feel like somewhere in you, if somebody pushed you to that limit, that you definitely would be like, I'm finna get your ass.
But I feel like
get back.
I've gotten just that petty by what I just explained, like what we were doing, cutting up the music, stomping on the floor,
grabbing the basketball,
bouncing the ball,
and treating the full like we at the basketball court.
We were just being so petty.
Yeah.
But I was so pissed because I'm like, I do not want to hear this shit.
Yeah.
It's 6:00 in the middle of the damn day. Girl, find something to do.
Yeah, she definitely got in her petty bag with this one right here. You know what I mean? And hey, sometimes people can be petty every now and then. Y'all, if y'all have ever been in your petty bag and you just did something that petty, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand.
There's some petty patties out there, okay? Don't be scared to say that you did it, okay? Especially y'all. That's what I need to know. Like, what's the most pettiest thing you've ever done to somebody to get back at them? Like, it was petty as hell.
And I'm just trying to figure out, like, how did she know that the guy's having an affair? I know she said that he has like a car seat, but like she really did her homework.
Well, he comes over. The giveaway is that he comes over in the middle of the night.
He come through and then he leave. Yeah.
Yeah, he never stays the night. He only comes during certain times. So you only there for one thing. And she figured it out. It wasn't that hard to figure it out, especially if that's what you.
She figured out the movements, the time frames, time of the day.
Same dude. You know, like. Yeah, you know what they did. You know what that is. Ain't nothing open at that time of the night but 7-Eleven and some legs,
and
okay?
some legs, I'm trying to tell you.
Ain't that what my mama said?
Hey. Say it loud.
I'm just saying. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, this was crazy.
She got in her petty bag with that. I just got to put that just out there right there, like. And I'm sure somebody sent her like, dang, how much time does she have in the day to sit here and try to figure all this stuff out to get on Info Tracker to track down the wife and send her a note, make a burner account, send her some messages, send her the info, send her the evidence. I'm gonna keep it 100 for all those guys and all those girls out there that's trying to like get out there and cheat. You need to watch your back. And if you're going over there to the apartment complex late at night, just know that there's a disgruntled neighbor below you that's hearing it all.
Yeah, right.
Basically, that's what it adds up to.
Interested. They do not want to hear it. Just know that they don't. Okay? No matter how good it is, how good it gets, they do not want to hear it.
They do not want to hear all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a vouch for y'all. I already know, okay? I already know. But
that was good, though.
This was fun,
somebody
y'all.
got to be petty every now and then.
Just saying. Yeah, I guess you do. You just got to get it out of your system. sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a nice little list of questions that we're going to bring to the table on the next podcast, on our next episode.
So make sure y'all tune in for that.
Mm.
Like, comment,
Come on now.
subscribe, smash the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from Asia and BJ X the Script. Y'all can follow us on iTunes, Spotify, all the streaming platforms. That was a lot.
Absolutely.
They probably like, damn,
It's going to be signed, sealed, and delivered.
close it already. Damn. Okay, y'all know. But we're going to see y'all next time. If ain't nobody else told y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in, tapping in with us.
Yes.
And I love y'all so much. We're going to see y'all next time.
Absolutely.
Bye.
We love you guys. We will see you guys sooner than later.
Yeah.
Hey, salute.